Hello. Today we are starting standing up. I feel like I'm missing something. I know you've learned Spanish, so how should I read ja 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 in Spanish? It's ha ha ha. So it's just laughing. And learned Spanish in the sense that I learned it in high school. Like, 90% of Americans. Or at least 90% of Americans who went to high school. But yeah, it's just laughing. Oh, thank you for the gift subs, brain bung. Alright, so yesterday we finished up with the... Was it the Almas Theater? No, it was the Balfoyan Thieves Guild. We did the Balfoyan Thieves Guild. And we moved on to Narcissus. We met with them. And we got one quest of them telling us to steal some attack potion. Or get an attack potion. How we get that attack potion is up to us. Alright, we placed a mark here, I believe. I hear noises. My air conditioner's haunted.
I could kill that guar. Those boots are ruined. Please join me. Greetings, Mutsera.
So is it we have to get a potion of fortify attack and bring it to Costas at the Arethius at the Fighters Guild. We can get it at Atesta's Pawn and Loan in the Foreign Quarter.
That's how I like it, bold and direct. Come, I like you.
Still doing the smooth criminal run? Yep. We'll probably be finished today.
What's this about?
What do you want?
Lord of the Rings Sam calls rabbits conies, which shares a root with the Spanish conejos, which also means rabbits. My mother sent me, she texted me like a video. Well, it was like a news article, but it was like, you know how news articles are like, it's like, oh, here's news about a TikTok that people watched, like, whatever. Because journalism is dead. And it was of rabbits jumping on a trampoline, and I'm watching, and I'm like, this feels off. So then I looked further into it, and I was like, this is definitely AI. So I looked it up, and it's like, oh yeah, 2 of the rabbits vanish in the video. Or like one of them vanishes, another one like turns into something else. Like I was half awake when I was looking at it. But I was still like, this is AI. It's like, so my mother's falling for it now. And it was like 12 rabbits. It's like, that's so... So that's what I think. I think that's where there's going to be a lot of the trickery. It's going to be in animals. Because like with AI people, you can kind of tell because it's like that uncanniness. But with animals, there's like enough plausible deniability that like maybe animals act that way is different. So you got to know how animals actually act, so that's how you could stay ahead of it just slightly.
Say your business.
All right, we're looking for the pawn shop. Probably rob that bank sometime soon. Cats act like AI. Nah, you could tell them apart. Things turning into other things in AI videos is exactly how my dreams work. Yeah, AI videos are very dreamlike. That's a good way of describing it. Because what are these models if not just something trying to connect disparate ideas logically. Like, that's basically a dream. She was like, okay, we have a bunch of information. Let's try to make a narrative. Where's this person's house? I mean, where's this shop?
Questions, Outlander?
Let me look up a map of Narcissus. Where do they say we should check? Attestas? Nope, Chuck Attesta. Remember that? Remember Chuck Attesta? Where is it? 164. Okay, in the southwestern part of Narcissus. You walked up to me. Down here. My neighbors got their 2 cats back today. They ran away two months ago. Poor things were practically starved. Well, at least they're home. Hopefully they don't feed them too much too fast, because that could be a problem. If something really was starving.
Excuse me, did you say something?
My cat got out. Well, he didn't. So sometimes if I'm like bringing something in, or like I'm like taking groceries into the house, he'll run outside, and he'll just kind of sit on the stairs, and just like sniff the breeze, right? But one day he ran out, and as I was bringing stuff in, I just sort of, then I was like putting groceries away, and I forgot that he ran out. So then when I went outside, I was looking for him, and he was in the back. And I just see him like scoot under the fence. And he's just like, "Oh, hi, you calling me?" Like he didn't go. He doesn't want to. He's old and fat. He's not going to go anywhere. He's going to stick around.
No, I don't think so.
Wish I could have a cat, but the house I'm renting doesn't allow pets. No. I know a lot of places, if you have,
Hit the road.
they allow pets, but there's a fee. Like it's like tacked onto your rent. Which is annoying, but
No, I don't think so.
Where'd the potion be? Surely it must be stealable. Not gonna buy that skooma from you. Well, I wasn't selling it. Okay, he has a fortify attack potion, but... Oh, is that it? Is this it?
Spit it out
Yes.
or hit the road.
We can't buy it, so we gotta steal it. Attestas is a riverfolk person, by the way. A TD High Rock race, who are a mix of Scythian-like horse nomads and Asterisk Gauls. The riverfolk? It's mine? Oh yeah, he does look a little different.
Hey, care to talk? You're a welcome break from the locals.
You know, I think I'm allergic to streaming. I think that's what it is. Is there a mod that makes NPCs suspicious of your trespassing? I don't know. Maybe. Hello, corruption. They're gonna be more... the Riverfolk are gonna be more prominent in High Rock PT expansions. Yeah, but are they even... I don't even... The Project Tamriel, I feel like they're biting off so much. Like, they're working on, like, 5 different regions at the same time. Do I have another seltzer today? Well, no, I have some diet soda here, but I have a seltzer for when that's finished. Oh, I gotta bring it to Castus. Right.
Swift hunting, friend.
You ever sneeze and then your joints hurt? My arm hurts now for some reason.
I am never too busy for a good talk.
That's how I like it. Bold and...
Project Tamriel guys like to dance close to the fire. But have they seen any elves? I sneezed so hard I pulled out my back and had to stand like Quasimodo. Yeah, but I feel like that seems more rational to happen. Like, you, like, bend weird. But sometimes I'll just sneeze and just suddenly, like, my wrist and elbow will just, like... I don't know, like, they feel hot. Same thing happens to my shoulder when I drink alcohol. It's like joint pressure built up or something, and it's just like my capillaries are just... It's like, oh, we hate it.
Say what you want or go away.
But yeah, the thing, though... The only concern I have with Project Tamriel biting off so much is that, like, are they going to be able to get anything done? Yeah, I know they released the Abessian Shore recently, but what did they release before that?
It's fine with me.
How long ago was
Go
it
ahead.
before they released anything prior to the Abessian Shore?
Don't stand about.
Today and tomorrow, good luck.
Go ahead.
Excuse me.
And when was the last update to Home of the Nords? I mean, maybe it's just the way I work, but if it were me, I'd focus on one region at a time. Back in 2020? Yeah, so... pretty big gaps.
Identify yourself.
Her skin matches her armor. I'm very optimistic. They know what they do. I mean, I'm sure their plan works for the way they do it. It just seems strange to me. It's not how I would do it, but at the same time, I'm not doing it. So, you know, who the hell am I? Some volunteers only want to work on a specific region.
What can I do for you today?
But you gotta wonder if somebody only wanted to work on, say, High Rock, but they weren't doing anything for High Rock yet. Maybe that volunteer would still be like, oh, well, fine, I guess I'll work on Skyrim. You know, like, if the option weren't there, would they just walk away, or would they still help with something else?
Say your business.
Who's Castus? Castus sounds like an Imperial name. This must be him. Yep. Here's your potion. Excellent, I've been waiting for a while, thank you.
You want something, friend?
He doesn't have eyebrows. Actually, he might not be an Imperial. He's, he kind of looks like one of those, well, no, he is an Imperial. He said the Imperial line. But he looked a bit like, one of those mages in the Narcissus Mages Guild. Dylos? Guame? Dylos of Aguame, whatever his name was.
If you need a good laugh or a tall tale, you've come to the right place.
Can't just go around asking people why they don't look imperial. You're a very sensible person as I see it, and I think you should agree with your own words. You aren't doing this, but PT guys do. So I assume one day we'll see the results. Oh, I'm sure we'll see it. I just find it interesting that that's the way they decided to do it. Like, I wonder what their next plan, or like what they expect to get out next. So like the next update to the Home of the Nords with Markarth. See, because I'd like to explore more of Skyrim Home of the Nords, but I feel like it's when I did play through it, I don't know, it felt like it was missing something. So I assume the next update will add whatever. I don't know what feels like it's missing, but whatever it is, I feel like they would add it when it gets updated again. I need to blow my nose. Hold on. Hello, Citizen Kane. Markarth's planned to be next with additions to the whole Reach region. Most likely next year, though. We need to convince the authorities to turn a blind eye on the Redwater Theater. The local authorities are becoming suspicious of our theater's lack of output. I'm putting a play together, but none of our crew are good enough performers to sell the illusion. I've heard the actors from the Hlalu Theater and the Council Quarter use an amulet of blasting charm to win over the crowd when critics are attending. Oh, I never even thought about that. You know, you don't have to be a good actor, you just need to be a good wizard. Bring it to me so we can put on a convincing show when the investigators come calling. It'll be somewhere in the backstage area. You can ask Alaya, or Virith for extra advice too. How you doing? I'm doing well. How are you, Citizen Kane? Just mind control the crowd? Yeah, exactly. Markarth is going to have a Thuum college? Ooh. But only Nords can attend. Because only Nords can use the Thuum. In pre-Skyrim lore. Maybe. I don't know. I guess it depends. Was Tiber Septim a Nord? I don't think he was. Only men can use the Thuum. Men as in humans. Not guys.
Walk with virtue, Outlander.
Wasn't Tiber Septim at Morn? Who knows?
I am never too busy for a good talk.
Tiber Septim may have been a Breton. He may have been a Nord.
That's
He
how
may have
I
been
like it,
Nibonese.
bold and direct.
He may have been Admoran. He may have been Colovian. Who can say? Talos might be three guys, so... Was Wolfhearth a Nord? My name sounds like a Nord name. He's a Nord in Elder Scrolls Castles? That doesn't count. That's a parallel canon. Maybe he did something like Mankar Cameron, where he changed his Nimic. So ESO counts, but Castle doesn't? Yeah. Where's the other theater? Theater. Plaza Theater is 104. 104 is... Oh, this UESP map is a little clunky. Oh, there it is. Why am I one of the people who's thinking that... Alright, why am I thinking one of the people that became Talos was a Reachman? Well, if you were a Breton, Reachmen are kind of like Breton.
Do you want something?
I guess everybody claims him in one way or another. Okay, this is the measure hall. Is that 95? Yes. Alright, so the theater is to the east of us. I don't like Castle's lore, so that doesn't count. I don't even... Does Castle's... I wouldn't even say it really contributes to any lore. It's just a fun little thing.
What up?
The Wealth of Wayrest. The thrilling
I have prepared a
high rock
place for
drama.
you.
That's some latex fetish-looking hands.
Thank you, Zero Star Song. No, they're just regular gloves. They just glow because they're magic. Thrilling high rock drama in 4 acts in an all-new performance by the Hlalu Theater Company of Narcissus, starring Meterol Lendules as King Idwir of Wayrest and Chloros Ferethi as Wolfhearth, the Dread Dragon of the North. Wait. Okay, so this drama takes place over many decades, many centuries. And this says the Wealth of Wayrest in Daedric. During Morrowind Rebirth, you were wondering which came first, the crossbow or the ballista. I did some extremely light reading, and the first mention of a crossbow is Greek's belly bows during 400 BC. Ballista came shortly afterwards. Huh.
Go ahead, I'm waiting.
Isn't belly bow a Pokemon?
Whatever you're looking for, I'm sure I don't know how to find it. It's
I will
fine
listen,
with me.
Outlander. How
I think these are asbestos cartons.
I will listen, Outlander, but make it quick. Yes, sir.
Talos is Wolf in Morrowind. Is a Nord, right? I think Wolf in Morrowind... Isn't he an Imperial? He looks like Caius, doesn't he? Yeah, he's an Imperial. But, oh my god, why am I so sneezy? Jeez. Jeezy. Those stairs into the door make me uncomfortable. I was gonna say something about that. They're really... Yeah, this is like ankle breakers.
Do you want something?
Right, we are looking for an amulet.
My time is precious, so make it quick. Go ahead, I'm waiting.
What was the name of the amulet again? So with the journal being all weird. Lasting charm.
I'm waiting.
Any time now.
If I were an amulet, where would I be?
Go ahead.
Probably on someone's neck. But I'm assuming they didn't do that. Maybe be hanging on a wall? Or be on some sort of jewelry rack?
It's fine with me. Go ahead.
I'm waiting.
Takuratum. Takuratum. Why do I have a feeling? I'm gonna look that up. I'm getting a feeling that that's some like a Mongolian instrument. I don't know why. It's not real. Wow. So they just created an instrument.
Speak, traveler.
The name of it just what is it? It's a Karakorum? Is that the name of the Mongolian? Yeah, capital of the Mongol Empire, Karakorum. Karakorum, Takaraka. What was this? What is this called again?
It's fine with me.
Takuratum. Yeah.
Speak, traveler.
See, I shouldn't ask them about it,
I can tell.
because then if it vanishes, they'll know it was me. Because the game is that complex.
Excuse me. Did you say something?
Fur pack.
Make it quick, Outlander.
Little secret, we only refer to the character I'm dressed as right now as the cloaked figure. Actors consider it bad luck to say his real name.
Go ahead.
Macbeth.
I'm waiting.
Excuse me. Did you say something?
Last brings it'll be somewhere in the backstage area.
I'm waiting.
You already got a tool that can help you out. Oh, right, yeah. I have my detect enchantments stuff. So it's not in here. Totally forgot about that. It's one of those things that you never use it, so you would never
Traveler.
consider it.
Make it quick, Outlander.
Make it quick, guys. Excuse me.
How are you today?
I was just to make it quick.
It's short range. Oh, wait, what's that?
Go ahead. I'm waiting.
Well, it's I think my detect enchantment is like 50 feet.
You talk.
So it's not that short of a range.
I'm listening.
Do you have it? Wait, it also has detect key, so he probably has a key.
Why should I tell him? What's he done for me lately?
I have a mage's eye scroll. See what that does. Enchantments are blue. Goes to show how often I use that spell.
I will listen, Outlander, but make it quick.
Something over here. Oh, scam belt. Everybody keep an eye down here. See, look for the blue. Am I looking in the right spot? Yeah.
Any time now.
I'm waiting. Speak quickly, Outlander, or go away.
Maybe there's more. Let me grab that scamp belt and see what happens. Try to. Is there a guide to outrun here? Oh. Found it. Got it.
Excuse me.
Well, here's a fine one. Speak freely.
Hello, SL Jolt. I have the amulet right here. 2 potions of telekinesis. I don't need that. Yes, that's the amulet I was looking for. This should help us get the authorities off our back for the time being, but we'll have to be more careful with our business in the future. Well done. Here's a small reward. I've got more jobs for you if you're interested. Got something different for you this time. Parina Avathan, the publican of the last drop in, has requested protection from the Tong. The Komodo Tong's presence in the foreign quarter is usually quite limited. Looks like they might be getting spooked by us and the Janata Syndicate taking hold here, and are starting to send their goons to push us out. They're goonin'. And while those goons are here, stop saying goon, they figured they might make some cash on the side, so they started extorting some of the local proprietors. Parina Avathan is one of them. Find out what she wants us to do. You can find the last drop on the west side of the quarter, close to the Strider. Okay, west side. Get out of here.
Sweet
Damn it. Oh. I was just hoping there might be an amulet of divine intervention in there. Maybe I'd luck out.
Care to talk?
Goon explanation, please. Nope. I'll tell you when you're older.
I better lay off the nasty. That is quite enough.
Hello, thief. Everybody just knows your class. You're with the guild? Nice of you to finally show up. I need you to get that thug, Drinar Lettuce, off my back. It's your mess anyway. The Kimono Tong didn't use to give the foreign quarter any mind, but now that the Syndicate and your lot have shown up, they're forced into defending what they believe is rightfully their turf. But you'd sooner catch me dead than pay tribute to some two-bit gangsters. Drenar is probably not too far from the inn. Take care of him by any means necessary. And if you can't do that, well, I might consider reporting the location of your hideout to the guards. How does that sound? Ooh, sneaky, sneaky.
Tell your friends about this place.
No. Is this Drenar? He seems like a... Yep. Get out of here.
You're beaten.
Oh, that was easy. What is that weapon? The Dreg Shard Axe. I don't know what's worse, the fact that in Morrowind there could just be dead bodies lying around, or the fact that no one cleans them up.
Tell your friends about this place.
I won't shed any tears for the man. He got what he bargained for. The Kimono Tong will most likely send another bully around here soon, but maybe they'll think twice about it. You've done all you can. Your secret is safe with me for now.
You choose to share your time with me. You humble me.
You have to clean up your own kills by law. What are they going to do? Kill me? Bad news any way you slice it, ringleader. Getting involved with the Tong is the last thing we want to do. Too late for that. You didn't hear about the Balfoy stuff? We're not really in a position to make any more enemies, but leaving a dead body behind is not ideal, to put it mildly. You should have tried harder to avoid conflict. We'll need to make some preparations now. But thank you. Are you interested in more jobs? Oh, you're right. I'm supposed to clean up the bodies. Need to get a shipment of greydust off the streets. Greydust is the Janata's signature drug. The Janata Syndicate's signature drug. I want to cut off its distribution at the source. I got word that the Syndicate is transporting one of their shipments through the central parts of the Council Quarter sewers. Alaya should be able to help you with directions. I doubt it. It's guarded by a Nord woman named Koldi the Pup. According to my sources, she has 12 vials of the stuff. Convince her by any means to relinquish that shipment. Kill the Nord. Is there a cell for corpses? I don't know. Like if you kill too many enemies in Morrowind, all the bodies end up in one singular cell, and if you don't clear out that cell, the game crashes. When you dispose of corpses, it teleports them to that cell.
Walk with virtue, Outlander.
Where's Alaya? Or Ayla, whatever her name was. Was it the Khajiit? Or is it... Nope. Damn it.
Why is my friend here?
I do like what Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom do. To save memory. That's why the Blood Moon exists, because keeping the memory of like who you killed and who you didn't is expensive. So every so often they just reset that memory. And there's the narrative of like, oh, the enemies come back to life. But it's just so they can clear the memory.
Care to talk? You're a welcome break from the locals.
Where's Ayla? Wait, was Ayla the leprechaun lady? In Skyrim, the dead bodies get moved to a separate cell while their inventory goes into coffins in the crypts. named characters specifically.
Walk with virtue, Outlander.
What
Oh.
do you want of me, Outlander?
It is. The Narcissus sewer system is a damn maze. You could get lost in it for weeks before succumbing to thirst, getting eaten by rats, or being mauled by the countless thugs and madmen wandering its halls. I know of one sure way to get to the council quarter sewers. Go to the arena. There's a hatch in the basement. There's a hatch in the basement that goes to the west part of the sewers. From there, you should be able to find your way to the central part quickly, and then hope you'll run into someone lucid enough to help you find Coldy the pup. Does she have a goatee? She does. I believe goatee is spelled with 2 E's. Well, that's not really a goatee. That's more of a... I don't know what kind of... The little... I don't know what you call that kind of beard. Soul patch? I don't know. I thought a soul patch was like under the lip. See, I thought a goatee was it was like mustache and like went around the mouth.
Care to talk? You're a welcome break from the locals.
Hmm. Well, yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess goatee doesn't necessarily require a mustache.
Speak quickly.
Where are we going? Oh, the arena.
Now, where did I put that?
Where is that slave?
See, I was thinking a goatee was a full, like the mustache, beard with the and connected around the sides, but I ain't no expert. There's the arena.
I'm so hungry. I could eat a rat.
Okay, so they said it was in the basement? There's a hatch in the basement that goes to the sewers of the arena. Okay.
I'm so hungry. I could eat a rat.
Holding cells? No. Why is everyone here so hungry? Just get food? Well, I mean, he can't because he's working. He has to wait for his break. This is Morrowind, so there's probably no labor protections. So he doesn't get a break. He just has to work until his shift is over, then he can get dinner. Market quarter. Maybe the basement's through the holding cells. Maybe it's through the pit? Oh, wait. Ah.
I will listen, Outlander, but make it quick.
Hello, Barris. Where is... He doesn't know anything about Pup. Did I...
Excuse me. Did you say...
Did I just hear what I think I just heard? Not the rats. I swear I heard it. I swear I'm not going crazy. I heard Wawoo.
Speak, traveler.
Where the hell is it? Where is it?
Speak, traveler.
Shush music. I hear it. I hear it.
Speak,
Where the hell is it?
Outlander, or go away.
I don't care about the greydust. Get out of here. Where are you? I need, hold on. I need stereo. In the water? Is it behind the wall? Yeah. Why is it naked? Okay. Anyway. I knew I heard it. I swear they're gonna add a new one in every single expansion. I'm gonna have to find it and kill it. I killed a gremlin in every Elder Scrolls game. I don't like that that one was naked. At least the other ones had clothes on. Greydust, haven't seen a thing. How about you? What's the name of the person I'm looking for? Name was... Coldy. I think we've run into Coldy before when we were doing the Janata quests. There's a rat in the water. You know, part of me really hopes that gremlin was going to be like pivotal to the Thieves Guild quests. Just, just to be really funny. What do you have against the gremlins? They're gross. I hate them. I hate how creepy they are, but they sound so cute.
You disgust me. Please leave.
With this gremlin's death, the threads of prophecy. When you kill the one in Anvil, you do get a message like that. The threads of merriment. Ah.
Is no more. This one is no more. Thatcher.
Oops, I died. Interesting that you apparently like the scamps. I don't know, the scamps aren't as creepy. Like they're weird, but like it feels right for them to be weird, and they're not as cute sounding. I don't know. You know what it is with the gremlins? It feels like they feel like anglerfish. You know, it's like, oh, they're trying to lure you in with it. It's like, oh, you be num num. Oh, it's so cute. But then they're just gross. I feel like they're going to try to eat me. Like if I get too close, they're going to get me. They activate my fight or flight response. That's not offense. That's a woman. Oh, these guys again.
I have the upper hand. Run or die!
This one.
Damn it. Keep forgetting I don't have a lot of health. What with being a thief and all. I put like no points into endurance. No, move, go. No, stupid rat. Move. Heh. Damn it. No. Okay, she's paralyzed. I want to switch to this guy.
Am I good or what?
It's so hard to navigate.
This one.
Aha. Have some breathing room.
This one is no more.
Oh, we don't have no charge. Are there sneak attacks in Morrowind? Yes, but sneak sucks. So. Alright.
I'm not giving up that easily.
No, cat. Okay. Let me switch to a. Let me switch my keybinds a bit. There's a ghost. Yep, there's a ghost. Maybe the scamp and anvil was Cyrus. Ooh. He's been hanging out there for a while then. Because I believe Cyrus predates Tiber Septim. Like Redguard takes place before Tiber Septim. Right? Or is it during? I think it might be during. During the Tiber Wars. Whew. There we go. That was tough. Hammer Haley. I barely know Haley. I wonder how a Redguard stream would go. I wonder how, like, buggy it actually is. Not even buggy, how resistant it is to actually working. Or crashy. Like, will it make my computer crash, or will the game just crash? Because I've played a little bit of Redguard, just kind of, you know, moving around, just kind of navigating. And it seems competent. But I don't know. Compatibility. That's the word I'm thinking of. Is as stable as any other Bethesda game? I don't know. Starfield was pretty stable. Here she is.
Stand about. Get moving.
If you want to make some real money, you should join the Janata Syndicate. Nah. Shipment of greydust. You want one of ours? Leave this alone if you know it's good for you. What if I gave you money? What if I gave you more money? What if I joined the Syndicate and then killed you? Or what if I just killed you? I've watched Redguard review, and the game is crap, but a very intriguing one. I'd like to actually play it and see if it's really as bad as people say. Gonna get paralyzed. Oh no, I'm paralyzed. Oof. Okay.
Welcome, friend. Hail.
How dare you, Gremlin's the best. Nope. Just killed another one. We found one in the sewers and we killed it. I heard it yuppie. It yuppie num num. And I was like, oh, where is it? And I sniffed it out.
I will listen, Outlander, but make it quick.
Not enough charge. No! Who are you?
What do you want?
And how greydust compares to moon
friend.
sugar.
Hail. Quickly, over here. A thief.
It drains your intelligence and endurance, but it boosts your agility and strength.
Excuse me. I was just thinking.
How do I deal with this greydust situation? Redguard dungeons look like Daggerfall ones, but there's no button to turn them off, like Daggerfall Unity does. But are the dungeons randomized in Redguard? Or are they... Because Redguard isn't really an open-world game. You're a thief, so don't murder everyone? Yeah.
Go ahead. I'm waiting.
This building's very confusing. This building is a sewer.
Well, here's a fine one. Speak freely.
Gremlin pertinent video posted to Discord memes. No, not an ad. I hate how I have YouTube Premium, but I still get ads in Discord.
Dog bad.
What did the crab has done?
It's a new character.
I don't want it.
It's the frog from the December Weed Vet calendar. I got a new app.
But how? And why?
Who are we to question December Weed Magic, Strong Bad? I got a new app.
Yeah, I heard you already. Is that your freaking name? A new app?
Sounds good to me. 1, 2, 3, a new app. He's a frog and...
I don't think anything other than enemy loot is randomized in Redguard. Yeah, so navigating the dungeons wouldn't be that difficult if, you know, you just like look up a guide if you really need it. It's more of a platforming adventure game. Kind of wish they made more games like that. Because, you know, the open world Elder Scrolls games are fun, but it would be nice to see like little contained stories. And books. I don't know why they don't make books. The hell? They just like, oh no, we don't want to print money. How do I join the Janata Syndicate? I can't remember. They might not let us considering we killed a bunch of people, but they might not know that. The reason why they didn't make more Redguard-like games is because Redguard failed miserably, sales-wise. Yeah, but you also gotta understand... It was like, what, 1997? You know... I wonder if they released a game like that now, though. It probably would do better.
Come on.
Like, it didn't fail because the idea was bad. It failed because it's clunky and weird. I read the Flying City one, thought it was meh. Well, I mean, depending on what author you get and what the story's about, it would be different things. There's just potential there, you know? And they haven't capitalized on it. Like, I don't understand where it's like, it didn't work the first time, so let's never try it again. Iterate. The hell is this? Fauna? Why can't I loot her? Ugh. I have a silly wish that Bethesda will let Obsidian make a game in Black Marsh. I don't know if it would be a good game, because Obsidian made New Vegas, and that was what, 15 years ago? Like, I don't want to sound like a dick or anything, but have they really done anything super amazing since then? Like, they had Avowed, which I guess was... I never played it, but I guess people who enjoy it really liked it. But I've heard criticisms of it. I'm leaving. I'm gonna leave. What's that one game where you play it with the Honey, I Shrunk the Kids game? Didn't they make that? They released a second one recently as early access. Early access. Grounded? Is that what it was? Is Obsidian AAA? Do they count as AAA? Why are AAA studios releasing early access games? It just sounds like a way for them to sell games before they're done. So then no one could say, like, oh, they sold this game, it was unfinished. It's like, well, no, it was early access. That means it's okay, it's unfinished. Spilling everything. I don't know how to drink. So I don't really care for early access. If I'm planning on getting a game, and if it's in early access, the only reason why I would buy it in early access if it's like, oh, the game releases in a week and it's going to go up by like 20 bucks. Like, yeah, I'll just buy it. I'll buy it before it fully releases just so I have it at a cheaper price.
Quickly, Outlander. I haven't much time. Excuse me. I was just thinking.
I don't mind if it's a game that'll deliver like Hades too, but isn't the Hades is it's indie, right? It's not AAA.
Speak, traveler.
What enemies are nearby? Oh, Test 6 will have early access, so I could check YouTube and see how bad the game is. I don't think it's gonna be bad. I think it's gonna be a fun game.
Hurry this up, will you?
What's this regarding?
Oh, here we go. I can rest and get my jink blade back up to snuff. I'm a Test 6 believer. Yeah, I'd rather not feel all doom and gloom about stuff, and I don't mind... I don't get satisfaction from being like, I told you so. You know? It reminds me of that one scene from Futurama where the giant trash ball was gonna crash into the earth, and Wernstrom says, yes, well, I think we're all gonna die in a fiery explosion. Ha 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 ha. Oh. And then he was upset. It's like, you don't... What do you gain from being all I told you so? You just be a little smug afterwards? It's like, great, now we're all upset.
Need I call the guards?
Did you hear Julian LeFay died? I did hear.
No. You have no manners.
Can't remember how to join the Syndicate.
You disgust me. Please leave.
If Test 6 is what Todd has said he wants, we might get the best parts of all the prior games. Well. I think the biggest problem with Starfield was that it lacked the exploration aspect that made all the Elder Scrolls games so fun.
Sorry, stranger. My time is short, so get on with it.
Test 6 will obviously be smaller in scope than Starfield. So if it has even a modicum, if it has even a fraction, not, well, I don't want to say that, but if it's as exploratory as Skyrim, but it has all the good stuff that Starfield had, then it's going to be a great game. Because I can't imagine, whatever region they pick for Test 6, I can't imagine it feeling as barren as Starfield felt. Like, I feel like they would have to put in effort to make it feel empty. Now I can't find Scroldies, Boldy, what's her name? Baldur's Gate? What do you have to load into a cart to get places? I don't know if that'll... Well, if that's the case, that means there's no exploration, which means that the game will be bad. Oh, I'm sorry, who are you?
You're not even trying.
I kind of have this sneaking suspicion that Test 6 will take place at the same time as Skyrim. Or like at a vague time period where it could be immediately before, immediately afterwards, or at the same time. And it might be like, if it's in Hammerfell, it might be the Red Guard resistance to the Aldmeri Dominion. Because the Red Guard's like part of the treaty kind of made Hammerfell sort of autonomous, independent from the Empire. Obviously, the Aldmeri Dominion doesn't like that. And since the Hammerfell is kind of close to Somerset, it makes them more easily attackable than, say, Skyrim would be. Something like the Empire might not have much of a presence in Hammerfell. But it might be the Dominion. That could be interesting.
Don't stand about.
I hope it's set 40,000 years in the future. Test 6. Masser. We're on the moon. Everybody's a Khajiit.
What do you want?
Why can't I find this woman? An interesting game would be one set pre-Alessia, because I'm curious what Mundus was like when there was nothing preventing the Daedra from getting their fingers all over the world. You know, what was Mundus like during the Alien Empire when you just be walking down the street and just Azura shows up? Like, hey, what's up?
Hurry this up, will you?
She over here? No, she's here. Test 6 would be on Akavir? Yeah, totally. Did I play or enjoy the Oblivion remaster? I did play it. I did enjoy it. UE5 runs awful, though. I know it's probably wishful thinking, but I hope Bethesda saw Tainted Grail and saw how they handled some of the RPG elements, and I hope they adopt it, because the RPG stuff in Tainted Grail was pretty subtle. Like, it was important, but it wasn't like a huge thing. It's like, oh, every level you could put a point into an attribute, you get a perk point. Put in your perk tree. You know, gear has stat requirements. You know, it was simple. But I don't know, it just felt... It felt like you're always working towards something. You know? It's like, ooh, here's a piece of gear I found, but I need, 7 endurance. I only have 5. So then I can put it on in 2 levels. Ooh. How fun. But I never felt like I did anything wrong. And there were options to respec in the game anyway, so it wasn't a problem. Where the hell am I going? I don't know about leveled gear. Well, it wasn't that the gear was leveled, it was... Here she is.
Welcome, Khajiit.
It was that the gear had level requirements. Some of the gear had level requirements. So, like, if you weren't a mage, you couldn't wear mage gear. Or at least you wouldn't get the benefit of the gear. You could wear it, but you wouldn't get the full benefit of it. Worried about this trend Skyrim and Fallout 4, or I'm a little worried about the trend Skyrim and Fallout 4 focus more on gameplay loops than interesting progression or story. Well, I don't know, because gameplay loops are important. If you want, to have a game. I get what you mean, though. It's just like this constant, like, oh, Radiant quest, get the quest, go do a thing, get the quest, go do a thing. You don't have to do any of that. I suspect
Dark in here, so you can't see the dirt.
if it's in Hammerfell, if Test 6 is in Hammerfell, obviously they're not going to abandon the whole base building thing, but it's probably going to be like a shipyard building thing, or like a shipbuilding thing. And there might be some elements of proc-gen islands that you can like go on expeditions to instead of, maybe instead of having all the dungeons respawn constantly, it's once you clear out a dungeon, it's cleared out. But if you want to have a Radiant system, you can go on an expedition out in the ocean. You can get, attacked by sea monsters while you're traveling to an island. Then when you get to the island, you can, I don't know, pirate stuff. I don't know. That could be fun. Because aren't there supposed to be thousands of islands out off the coast of Hammerfell?
Bathe in your blood.
Actually, she's the most dangerous. Where they come from? And we're poisoned. Is that a vampire?
Ah, you bring good fortune with you. Welcome.
I think one of them was a vampire.
Excuse me. I was just thinking.
You need to strike a fine balance between gameplay loops and engaging in interesting mechanics. Yeah, that's definitely true. What if we just taunt her? If we taunt her, will she... She might not summon her other friends to help.
Well, here's a fine one.
Is Hammerfell desert or on an ocean? Yes. Many deserts can have coasts. Yeah, Egypt. It's on the sea. There we go.
Come on.
Damn it. Damn it. All that work. All that work of spamming the same button over and over again.
Fortune with you. Welcome.
Oh wait, what if I intimidate her?
Ah, you bring
Like,
good
tell me about the
fortune
greydust.
with you. Welcome.
That's not going to work. I won't be surprised if they haven't even started on the game. I think they didn't start until, at the very least, after Starfield was finished. But apparently there's also word of Fallout 5 being in the works, which is neat.
Now this is fighting.
Whoop. This is pod racing. God damn it. Okay. There's a lot of health. Damn it. Why is she so... I want her not to do that. What? Oh. Okay, good. Aha. There we go. Jeez. She doesn't even have the stuff. Didn't the company that did the remaster lay off a bunch of people recently? Tell that the shipment of 12 vials is kept in the central part of the sewers and it's guarded by Coldy the pup. But where is it? Fallout 3 or New Vegas remaster might coincide with the new season of the show? It might. That'd be cool. I need to make some more Fallout videos before the new season comes out. For obvious reasons. Wait. Oh. Okay, so I think I didn't need to kill her. Okay, there's vampires here. Or a vampire. Can't paralyze them, unfortunately. They're immune to it. Who stores pillows in a sewer? I mean, they're not stored here. They're just because they're down on their luck. Why you gotta be so judgmental? A Khajiit skull. I enjoy Fallout New Vegas remaster. Fallout 3 can shrivel and be forgotten. I don't know. There was something that Fallout 3 was the first Fallout game I played, and there was something just wandering the places. It just felt very, I don't know. There was something about it. It just felt, maybe it's because it was the first game I had played. The first Fallout game I played, it was different. Trying to think of how to word what I'm thinking of. Everything felt like, I don't even know how to say it, but it feels very different now, having played Fallout New Vegas a decent bit. The two games couldn't be any more different, just like the atmosphere of it. You know, Fallout 3 is very urban. New Vegas is very, whatever the opposite, rural. Fallout 3 story and the green filter are big negatives. Yeah, well, you got New Vegas's amber filter. I found a mod that actually turns that off. Next time I play the game, I might run with that on. Pastoral? Nah, I wouldn't call Fallout 3, I wouldn't call New Vegas pastoral. Ooh, caches. Certainly interesting to play Fallout 3 after having visited DC. The music in Fallout 3 and New Vegas, Fallout 3 and New Vegas is really good. Fallout 3 as well. I don't mean the radio music, like just the game music. Fallout New Vegas' game music is just Fallout Interplay game music? What do you mean, Interplay? Game, what do you mean by that? Yeah, for the Fallout video, I was going through a lot of the Fallout music tracks in the games, and I was listening to them thinking, like, what would be good background music? And some of the tracks are pretty good. It's from Fallout 1 to Brotherhood of Steel and Tactics. Oh. Oh, music from the Interplay Fallout games. I see what you're saying. I think some of it was original to the...
Excuse me.
To those games.
I was just thinking.
Slave quarters. Okay, this is getting a little annoying now. Where is the greydust? Tell me where the greydust is, and you start smacking her. Why won't you tell me? I want all the mud crabs to reach the shore unnoticed, kill any slaughterfish before they have a chance to bite. What does that mean? A turtle has made it to the water. You ever feel that the Skyrim's quest markers kind of felt like the game was holding your hand too much? No. I wouldn't say holding your hand, but it kind of allows them to be a little more lazy with what the NPCs tell you. And ultimately, it's not a huge deal, but I don't know, it's kind of nice to, there's like an immersive element of it. Instead of being like, oh yeah, go talk to my father, Joe, you know, whatever. You know, you just they say that, and then your map pops up. It's like, oh, he's on the other side of the map. Good thing I have map markers, but if it were in Morrowind, they would have said, go talk to my father, Joe. If you go north of this city and then take a west on the fork and the right. Like, all the directions aren't, like, I don't think that's what adds quality to it necessarily, but it's this in-universe sort of coherence. And it's not even, because you could still just look up where they are, right? But it's just that the game itself has a structure, so it feels like the world is real. You know? Diegetic directions. Paying voice actors to add in loads more lines was too expensive. I mean, I get that. It is expensive. But there's got to be ways to do that. Like, even just saying, like, small things, like, oh, flavor. It needs to be, like, flavor dialogue and stuff. Just to make it feel like the world doesn't just exist. Like, if the player didn't exist, what would be happening in the world? Because with Morrowind, it feels like the world would still exist if the player wasn't there. But Skyrim kind of feels like everything exists for the sake of the player, which makes sense for a game. Obviously, it's a game. It's supposed to be for the player. But you want to create like an illusion of like realness. Not realism, but realness. Like what would the word be? I can't think of the word. It's actually where the Oblivion and Skyrim kind of were better in Morrowind in that regard, is that NPCs had schedules. As opposed to Morrowind, everybody just standing there all day. Sometimes they'd wander. You know, so that's kind of like, okay, they're just waiting around for the player to do something with them. But the dialogue didn't. The dialogue felt separate from the actual actions of the NPCs. That's purely because the dynamic actor system wasn't there. Yeah, I know, but the dynamic actors does add an element of, like, these NPCs have lives. You want authenticity, not realism? Yeah, that's a good word. That's a good word for it. Daggerfall had shops that closed. And then they got rid of that from Morrowind. Because Daggerfall was more about systems rather than the world. Yeah, I want an authentic world. Not a realistic world. I'd like the world to feel authentic. I want... That's why I like in Narcissus here. You can walk into a shop and they just sell pots. The player has no reason to ever buy a single pot. But it's there because that would be there. And the reason why you can't do that in a modern game isn't because players be like, "Oh, this is stupid. Why am I doing this?" It's because the loading screen would take so long. It would be annoying to load into a useless shop. But in modern a modern machine playing Morrowind can load in and load out really fast. So you just go and be like, "Oh, pause. Okay, bye," and you leave. It takes like 3 seconds. Am I gonna have to kill everyone down here by taunting them? Starfield lacked that authenticity. The world didn't feel like a real world. And I've pointed out this complaint before. When they tell you to go to a place at a certain time, it's like, we're traveling light years. We're traveling faster than the speed of light. There's weird time stuff going on. You can't give me a date. That's not how this works. That doesn't make any sense. I know it's a sci-fi, but there's some suspension of disbelief that can't be had. Isn't there a pottery shop in Vivek? There might be. I think there's value to adding pointless stuff in games. As long as it doesn't cause the player frustration. So you couldn't have something like that in Starfield because to get to that useless thing would take so long that you'd get there and be like, well, what the hell? I wasted all this time. I had to leave the city, I had to go on my ship, I had to sit in the cutscene of the ship chair turning and me sitting in it and then turning with it and then sliding into place and then picking where I have to go because there's no list for the star systems for some reason. You just have to remember where the planet is by zooming out and then zooming back in. And sit through like 5 loading screens. It's like just, oh, pots, cool. But they're space pots, so they have a weird name and they cost credits, not money. Spots, yeah, space spots. That animation sitting in that chair was so annoying. It's like, just why? Why? It's interesting the first time. That's it. Maybe interesting isn't even the right word. Okay, what is it? Let me look at the wiki. On the shipment of the 12 greydust vials in the central council quarters. Oh, it's in the central quarters. Oh, it says it right there, central. Okay, we are in the central council quarters. Convince Coldy the pup to relinquish it requires enforcer rank or higher on the John Nada Syndicate. I feel like you couldn't be in both. Unless you're a double agent. Where is the shipment? Yeah, the entrance to the old quarter sewers. Okay, so there. Combat in Starfield was significantly better, though. Yeah, that was of the things that Starfield did well. It did really well, I think. The combat in Starfield was satisfying. So I don't think Starfield was a total loss. You know, I think the combat in Test 6 might be pretty good. The melee in Starfield was kind of bad. Well, I mean, the game's focus was guns, not melee. I mean, why would you use melee combat in a world with guns? Is it near the entrance to the... Is it near here? Dune had a good excuse for melee in a world of guns. Oh yeah, isn't it because the shields could protect against high velocity projectiles, but couldn't protect against slower velocity? Which at that point is like, just make a thing that can protect against slow velocity stuff, then you'd have something that's good at both. Put one in front of the other. But maybe there's another explanation for that. Okay, where the hell is this shipment of drugs? Find the shipment of 12 greydust vials in the central council quarter sewers. And either steal it or shipment is guarded by Codley. If you're an enforcer, you could just demand to take the shipment from her. Otherwise, you'll need to steal the 12 vials from the crate behind her. But the crate didn't have 12 vials. Oh my god, it did. Oh, I thought it had 2. Because I didn't see the 1. We had the 12 this whole time. Right? Like, I'm not crazy. Like, that looks like 2. See?
Well, here's a fine one. Speak freely.
Another killing spree caused by a simple misunderstanding? Yeah. Wonderful. This obviously won't put an end to the greydust trade, but it'll slow it down a bit. Give the poor people of Narcissus a breather for a while. We take victories where we take the victories where we can get it. Oh, good. He doesn't criticize us for killing everybody. Let's say you want more jobs. Oh, we got an amulet of dark vision. What does that do? Oh, cool, Night Eye. I wish I had some way of casting Night Eye. That's what I've always wanted. We've received a new contract. This time a customer wants us to bring them an Ayleid longbow. Yes, you're wondering where you'd find an Ayleid weapon in Morrowind, right? True, they aren't as common on this side of the mountains as they were in Cyrodiil, but you can still come across their ruins along the border. Ooh. One such ruin towers over Stormgate Pass to the south. Malator is what they call it, I believe. And even though any sane person would steer clear of them, the occasional adventurer emerges from the depths with a relic in hand. That's what you're going to steal. Our customer told us that one such relic, an enchanted bow called Brilliance, has found its way into the vault at the Adavrin plantation. Oh, I thought we were going to go to the ruin. South of Narcissus. And as it often goes, our customer would very much like us to have that bow. Well, they're right that it would be criminal to just leave that nice weapon like that to gather dust in some moldy old vault, don't you think? We've got an agent on the plantation, a wood elf named Milborel. Find her, and she shall tell you more. Okay. Hopefully this time, we recognize what we're stealing when we steal it. To clear out some of my inventory. Time to get weighed down a bit. Killing everybody really slowed down the trade, I imagine. Yeah. Well, I didn't kill everyone. I left some behind to spread the word.
Now here's one who can hold their own.
Pretty snazzy cap we got on. Yeah, it's nice. I call it macaroni. I said south of Narcissus is the plantation. Okay, that's more than south.
I only have a few moments.
What are my thoughts on Below Zero since I played Subnautica? I enjoyed Below Zero. I don't know how... I've only played it once. I've played Subnautica proper a few times. I think... I do kind of like that the protagonist had some sort of, I don't know, purpose. Like they had some sort of personality. They had a reason for doing what they were doing. And I like the interaction you had with, spoilers. You know who I mean. I don't think it's better than the original game, but I think it was not. If you like Subnautica, I think Below Zero is still worth playing. But I'd still say the first one was better. But I don't know, maybe if I played Below Zero first, I would have gotten the same feeling that I got when I played Subnautica for the first time. It might just be because, like, oh, I've already... Like, the things that Below Zero did, Subnautica already did. So, it doesn't feel novel. Jurassic Park 3 Raptor meme. Is that the clever girl? Was that in Jurassic Park 3? Things are looking very Wile E. Coyote around here. Yeah, it really is. I think if they remaster Fallout New Vegas in UE5, it'll look better than Oblivion does in UE5, because the foliage in UE5 is just ugly. Like it's like weird, like it's like writhes because of DLSS. But New Vegas doesn't have a lot of foliage on account of it being a desert. All right, where's Mirabelle or Milrabelle, whatever the elf? Where's the elf?
Speak, traveler.
Below Zero, isn't that the ice ninja from Fortnite? You just upset Mortal Kombat fans with one sentence. You just completely make them just aneurysm.
Make it quick, Khajiit.
You talk too much, Outlander.
Not now. Go away.
Where's the wood elf?
What is it now?
Three blessings, friend.
Found her. Oh, she's also a thief. I'll tell you what I know. The vault is in the basement and is protected by a set of 2 doors, each of which has a different key. The Adaverin nobles carry the keys. You could try to pickpocket them. Detect key magic could help you find them. If that fails, the guard is always watching over the doors. Ooh, excuse me. You could draw him out by causing a commotion. Maybe try kicking that insufferable Tong fetcher Viller Fells in the teeth. Not hard enough to leave any permanent damage, but enough that he remembers. What are MK fans gonna do? Sure you can be.
What are you doing?
Trolling is art. Yeah. I like it when I like the rage bait that's not like trying to like
Find someone else to bother.
be intentionally like inflammatory. I think it's more fun when it's just like just making silly mistakes like that. That's always more fun. When you can almost brush it off as just somebody being an idiot. Like, oh no, he doesn't know any better. He's not being mean, he's just stupid.
Whatever it is, I'm not interested.
I remember when they announced Echoes of Wisdom, that Zelda game, everybody, there was a bunch of people being like, I can't believe they made Zelda a girl. And that's a classic. What if Metroid was a girl?
It's fine with me. Go ahead.
They say the behind 2 locked doors, but where in the plantation is it? It's in the basement. Did I see Tears of the Kingdom multiplayer? I didn't.
Yes. Stay out of trouble and you won't get hurt. Yes, sir.
Cause a commotion by kicking someone in the teeth.
By the gods, you tourists are a nuisance.
I wish pickpocketing actually worked in Morrowind. I mean, it technically does, but not really. Oh. This is just a room. See ya, Jolt.
We keep it dark in here so you can't see the dirt.
I wonder if this will work. Oh wait, he won't even see me. Why am I seeing a hand? What is this? Morrowind. Brilliance. Light, 10 points. Lightning shield, 30 points on self. Yoink. Glass Tonto. Ooh, money. Glass. Glask. 343, that's 7 cubed. It's my favorite number.
We share the same company. What can I do for you?
Is there anybody we could sell our loot to? We're collecting a lot of it, but we got nothing to do with it. Am I allowed to use things you make from the materials you stole? Yeah, if I steal it, I can eat it. I can make potions. Ooh, Guide to Narcissus. Yes, I want that.
Hello there. How are you?
I mean, to be fair, we're playing it kind of fast and loose with the rules. Their rules. What, you won't buy greydust? You won't buy skooma? You guys don't know how to... You can't have any fun. Ooh, he might buy my garbage. Yes.
Hello there. How are you?
5 is a much better number, personally. What is a favorite number? Your favorite number is 5, and it's not something interesting like 343? Come on. It's not even 525. Just 5 cubed. Or 5 to the 5th power. That would be... What's 525 times 25? A bigger one. 525 times 25. 13,125. That's too long of a number to be a favorite number. IMO. I don't know why I'm bothering selling this stuff. We're almost done. Counting past 9 is witchcraft. That's why in your base 10, so you just restart. You go back to 1. 1, 0. Will he buy gems? We will. Your favorite number isn't Belphegor's prime? Nah. I mean, why would it be? Belphegor's prime. Yeah, that's too big of a number. Prime numbers are fun, though. I like prime numbers. There's only one even prime number. We are now Owens Corning, the mastermind. Oh no, we're not yet. We must practice our skills to become that. Never mind.
Well, here's a fine one. Speak freely.
Well, we need 80... We need to get 80 acrobatics. Yeah. Yes, we jump a little more and we're good. Brilliant. Here's your payment. It's not much, but I trust you helped yourself to a nice bonus from the vault. Now I've got more jobs for you. Everybody's sleeping on 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd. Was that Avogadro? Is that Avocado's number? The even prime is 2 factorial. Well, I mean, technically, yes. 2 factorial is 2, so... No love for pi? I mean, pi is nice and all, but I figure we're talking about, you know, integers, not transcendental numbers. Transcendental numbers have their own... They have their own... They're unique. Pi, E, you know. Right now, we need to take care of our own interests. The guild needs new protection measures. Our activity in Narcissus has put the Confronting Tong and the Janata Syndicate on high alert. Yeah, I killed a bunch of them. We've seen the Tong scouts prowling the area, looking for our hideout. They haven't sussed us out yet. Ah, when the thieves are sus. But we need to be prepared for the worst. I know of 2 folks who could help. The first is Bolnora Marion. She's with the guild, with the Kraganmore ring. But I don't think she'd say no to a cry for help from a fellow thief. You'll find her at Riverkeep, just south of the city. There's only 2 factorial primes. It'd just be 1. 2 factorial is the only... It's the only number when... The only number that you could factorial and it will remain prime is 2. 2 and 1. 1's not a prime. By definition. Because if 1 were prime, then that would mean... was it the fundamental theorem of algebra? Is that all integers can be represented as a product of primes. And if 1 were a prime, that would mean that every number has an infinite number of ways of being represented as a product of primes because you can keep multiplying by 1. So, you know, 10 would be 5 times 2 times 1, or 5 times 2 times 1 times 1, or 5 times 2 times 1 times 1 times 1, and it ruins the uniqueness of prime factorization of integers. So by definition, they decide 1 isn't a prime. Could also argue that a prime number is a number that has itself and 1 as factors only, but or a prime number is a number where the factors are only itself and 1, but itself and 1 must be unique, I guess. Like, so a number... I'm trying to think of how to explain this. Like, if something's divisible by... If something's a square, you would say, like, 36 is divisible by 6. You wouldn't say it's divisible by 6 and 6. You know, so there's not... The set doesn't include 2 6s. Because sets are explicitly unique elements. So a prime number... There's a specific definition, but basically 1 isn't a prime. If 1 were prime, it ruins a bunch of other definitions. Because otherwise you'd have infinite factors. You'd have infinite prime factors for all numbers if 1 were prime. Anyway, the other is the mercenary Servo Canterbury. Well, a former mercenary now, but still an old friend of mine. I worked with him on a couple of jobs, but he swore off the life of crime and retired to Shippo Shirai. Set up a little Fletcher shop there. I wish he'd join us and help us against the Tong, but I think that man just wants to enjoy his peace and quiet. He still has plenty of contacts, though, and I'm sure he'd be able to recommend us a trustworthy merc we could hire to protect the theater. No having a cake and eating it? What if you have a lot of cake? What if it's a Jacob's cake, where it has infinite surface area, but finite volume? I can see why I forgot what prime numbers were. Yeah, it gets more... You can get really complicated with it, but basically a prime number is just a number that's divisible only by itself. It has no divisors except itself. And 1, but that's the trivial case. Because that's true for all numbers. Wait, is it... Am I thinking of... Or am I... Jacob's trumpet? Or am I thinking of something else? Gabriel's horn, not Jacob's trumpet. Gabriel's horn. So I'm thinking Gabriel's cake. Gabriel's horn is... It's a shape with finite volume but infinite surface area. So if you took a cake, cut it in half, put it on top of itself, cut that piece in half, put it on top of itself, and kept doing that, cutting it in half, putting it on top of itself, it would have a finite volume, but it would have infinite surface area. So you can never frost it, but you could eat it.
That's how I like it. Bold.
The prime number must be able to be constructed via 2 distinct factors. That's a good way of describing it, yeah. 2 distinct factors. One of which ends up being 1. And the other one ends up being itself. What are the real-world uses for prime numbers? In cryptography. It's very easy to multiply really big prime numbers together, but it's really difficult to figure out what 2 prime numbers a really big number is made of.
Don't keep me waiting.
It is raining. Nice rain sounds on my air conditioner. Rain on a tin roof. Bow Mulligmur away.
Do you
Alright, so we're looking for somebody in River Keep, south of the city. In Shipple Sharai. Where's Shipple Sharai? There it is. Prime is from the Latin root for one. Yeah, well. There are a lot of roots
Where would
for
you
things.
like to go?
Well, yeah, it has one non-one factor. I'm surprised. So I took a number theory class back in college, and I really liked it. It was a really interesting class. What really frustrated me is there was no, at least nothing I saw. There was no shorthand for the set of primes. Like, you know, you have the set of integers is that Z shape. Natural numbers is like an N with like an extra line. Rational numbers, you know, there's also the Q with the line. But there wasn't one for primes. P? Well, no, because that could also be like probability. But there was no like specific like set notation, integer. Like you have this sort of notation, like these special characters, but one for primes never came up. Like you'd think it would be a P that looks sort of like this, but that wasn't. So it was annoying to be like, you know, you'd have to write out as like all numbers, all prime numbers in the subset of blah, blah, blah. Like, so you'd have to write it out every time instead of just being like, you know, C in P or what have you. You know, you could be like, you know, suppose K in N, right? It's like a natural number. I feel like there has to be multiple different sets. It's like you got the natural numbers, and then you have the natural numbers, but also 0. Because 0 isn't a natural number? Oh, depends you ask.
How are you today?
Like P, lowercase p is usually used to represent like any random prime, but I'm thinking the set of primes. There was no like, maybe it's because we don't know all the primes. So it'd be hard to say like, you know, here's a set of all primes. At least with here's a set of all numbers. It's like, well, yeah, we know all the numbers.
What, stranger?
I will listen.
How do I know you're not up to something?
What am I looking for here?
Make it quick.
What's her name? Balnora. Set of primes is dependent on the ring, so you denote it in relation to that ring. Wouldn't? Oh man, I learned. It's been so long since I took abstract algebra. The whole rings and stuff is
What's this then?
like barely in there. Wouldn't
Oh, I'm just
Wouldn't all the groups change depending on the ring?
To say, Khajiit.
I will listen, Outlander. But
Here she
make
is.
it quick.
We specify sets without knowing all members all the time. Maybe. Well, yeah. Well, oh yeah, like the set of rational number or the set of what is the set of irrational numbers represented by? But I think it's that all the sets you can generate the next number in the set if you needed to. But with primes, you can't. Like, you can't, there's no, like, algorithm for, like, finding the next one. And when we figure that out, that's probably gonna cause a lot of problems for cryptography. If it's even possible. There's some ways of generating primes, but you can't, like, be sure, like, is that the next one? There might be another one between the one you already know and the next one after that. There might be something in between. Unless it's two more than the other, then you know the one in between it isn't prime because it's an even number. For a thing that's made of rules, math is baffling sometimes. Yeah, the problem is trying to figure out what's a rule and what's a convention. Because sometimes you got to make conventions specifically to prevent other rules from falling apart. Did somebody poke the Skyrender nest? Well, you can't say you weren't warned. If there's one city in Morrowind that the Kimono Tong will never let go of, it's Narcissus. Ooh, very burpy. But fine, I meant what I said, but at the end of the day, you're still with the guild, and I don't want a bunch of dead thieves on my conscience. Tell you what, I'll secure the front entrance to your hideout the best I can. You'll need to use the entrance from the foreign quarter sewers from now on. I just recall. That's just the cost of doing business. If you don't like it, feel free to break the door, but don't you dare come running for my help again. Okay.
What do you want?
The other person is in Shirai... Shirpal Shirai? Shipple Shirai. To Shipple Shirai. Oop. It seems a lot of discoveries in math, though, are made where there are specific rules or conventions, and then you say, like, well, what if we don't follow the rules? What do we discover from there? And then you find stuff that's significant. Like binomial. The binomial... the triangle. It's like, well, what if you don't use integers? What do you discover? Oh, we can generate pi very easily with this. Interesting. Of course it was Newton who figured that out. It's always Newton. It's always Newton, Gauss, and Euler. It's always the same guys. Ring theory is all about what would an algebra where unique factorization didn't exist. What would that look like? So what would it look like if one were a prime? Basically.
Why walk when you can ride?
Can I not? How do I get to Shipple Shirai?
We make a special trip just for you. Same low price.
I just bought Morrowind today and I've only played 4 to 5 hours. How do you memorize and keep track of all the different names and locations? Well, I write a script. Yeah, I won't be able to just know all that stuff off the top of my head, necessarily. I mean, some things I do, just because I say them enough. You can take a guar cart from the market quarter. Oh, that's right. Yeah, there's a guar cart. But yeah, multiple playthroughs will
Go ahead.
solidify some of those names. But if you don't say them out loud, you're never going to remember them. More like 6 can be written as 2 times 3, but also 1 plus the square root of negative 5 times 1 minus the square root of negative 5 in z root negative 5.
Say your words.
That was fun. So it's also like, what if the factorization of numbers could also include imaginary numbers? Or complex numbers? Math would be more liked if we had a better way of teaching it.
Quickly, Outlander. I haven't much time.
I think oh, he said northwest of... I'm just going to walk there. I think math would do better if it were taught more like an instrument. Rather than a thing to memorize and just like... If it weren't rote. If it weren't rote memorization. Instead, it was something that you were made to practice. Because you don't need to memorize anything in math if you use what you're expected to memorize enough. You'll just know it. Like, it'll just become... like, not habit, but it'll naturally just sync itself. It'll link the synapses, and then it'll become rigid. A lot of instruments are taught that way. Well, no, I mean, there's an importance with instruments, like the discipline of, like, you know, doing like scales over and over again. That it's important. What I mean is, like, you can't lecture somebody how to learn an instrument. You can't stand in front of a class and teach how to play a violin without actually having them play the violin. You're never going to get good at playing the violin unless you play it. In math, I feel is similar to that, is you need to practice. It's not a performative skill, but it requires you to fire those neurons so that like the steps feel almost second nature, which is why you practice the scales, so certain movements on the instrument are second nature, because a lot of times scales pop up in music, or like arpeggios and things like that. So it's good to have like the muscle memory of playing those patterns. Same with math. It's good to have the mental muscle memory. so the memory of, you know, not having to think like, what's the next step? You just know what the next step would be because you've seen it before.
Piece of the 9 to you.
I think the most fun stuff... I really like learning how the things were discovered. Less so that what things were that were discovered, but like the process people went through, the iterative process of figuring out, like, you know, how far away is the sun? Like, what measurements did people take to figure that out? How far away is, you know, what's the ratio between these things? And then, because there was a whole process figuring out how far away the Earth was from the sun, but we only knew distances with respect to the astronomical unit, and it was like this whole process of figuring out, like, what is an astronomical unit? How big is that? And the process of discovering that was more interesting than the actual answer. The actual answer, like, 93 million miles. Okay. Cool. But then from that, you can figure out everything else. Because you answered it all with a variable, and then with algebra, then you used algebra to figure out, and geometry to figure out the other distances. It's a very good book / essay called The Mathematician's Lament that laments the way math is taught. It opens by presenting a world where music is taught and treated as math is. No joy, no art, no creativity. Then it says this is how math is taught. Yeah, I'm glad an actual writer has a similar opinion about math and music as I do. My favorite figuring out stories is that graph theory, which was probably one of the most applied areas in mathematics, was invented when Euler was sent a neat little puzzle about crossing bridges. Oh yeah, was it Kernigberg? Kernigberg bridges? The 7 bridges? Thorleif stagehand, you say? Königsberg. That was close. That's a name I haven't heard in a long time. To be perfectly honest with you, I was hoping that I'd never hear it again. I ain't in the game anymore, and Thorleif should know that. But I need names. I suppose I have my qualms with the guild, but if it comes down to choosing between you or the Kimona Tong or the Syndicate thugs, the guild is the lesser evil. Very well. There's this Dunmer merc named Anise Delms. She's ready to start whenever. All we need is an advance payment of 1,000 drakes. Deal. There were 3 steps. 1, B. Newton. 2, B. Euler. 3, B. Bernoulli. Well, I mean, Kepler helped out with those measurements too. And Tycho Brahe. What was really important was... Probably the most important thing was Kepler just throwing out the idea that it had to be perfect circles or perfect shapes. And he was like, well, no, the orbits are ellipses. Gonna have to deal with that. And he was like, that's the way it is. I'll tell Anise to meet you at your hideout, Redwater Theater. Is that right? Okay, one more thing. Before you leave, tell Thorleif I consider us even now. I'm done with the guild, and if he doesn't respect that, I've got a bolt with his name on it right here. Now go. Ooh.
Well, here's a fine one. Speak freely.
This should tip the odds in our favor ever so slightly. Let's be real for a moment. We still couldn't withstand an actual assault, but this should buy us enough time to pack up the shop if they try anything. But we have to dream a little bigger, ringleader. If we're going to hit the targets that are actually worth a damn, we need to get the Tong distracted. We need to hit them where it hurts. Speak to me for more jobs. Good work, by the way. Here's your expenses. You paid, and then some. Figured out the speed of light exists because it was the only reasonable explanation for why observations of Jupiter's moons were off. Biggest heist we've ever done, but Aaliyah is right. We can't achieve much while the Tong is constantly breathing down our necks. I've carefully considered our options, and I devised a plan to rob the Fortuna Vault. Not the Fortuna Vault! We can't strike at the Kimona Tong directly. We've already established that. However, there's something we can do. Ideology is an admirable thing, but that alone doesn't put food on the table. And even the most uncompromising thug has to eat. So, simply put, we should make them starve. And the best way to do that is to hit the Kimona Tong base in Narcissus, the Fortuna at the waterfront. The Fortuna isn't just a tourist trap, it also holds a vault where the Kimona Tong keep their wealth they squeeze out of Narcissus and use to pay their legions of goons. So if we raid the vault... I really wish this guy would stop saying goon. So if we raid the vault, we can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. We'll put the Tong out of business, at least for a while, and make a ton of money in the process. I need you to bring me gold ingots. I need you to bring me gold ingots from the vault, ringleader. At least 15. Oof. But the more the merrier. Lalu put special stamps on the Fortuna ingots, so any ingots won't do. So any old ingots won't do. Now, getting into the Fortuna vault undetected won't be easy. The staff there wears a uniform, so if you could find the same shirt and pants and wear no armor, it might work as a disguise. To a point. Just don't do anything stupid and you should be fine. I suggest that you enter the storage room through the sewers. The casino is northeast of here. Casino. Aaliyah or Annis can give you better directions. Once you're there, you're on your own. Speak to the people there, ask questions, someone will slip up eventually. There's a YouTuber called Tasting History. It's incredible. It's incredibly interesting how he delves into the history of people of that time through various dishes. I have heard of Tasting History. I do like the channel. Hardtack. Okay, where did he say the Fortuna Vault was? The casino is northeast. Okay, let's go to the casino. Oh, I saw Chapel of Zenithar and Heron Hall, and I thought it said Chapel Roan, and I was like, what? What an Easter egg. Casino's northeast of here. We're as southeast as we could be. Is it outside the city? The Pink Pony Quarter. Into the storage room through the sewers. The casino is northeast of here. 32. Oh, I would say that's north of here. I don't call that northeast. I guess northeastern Narcissus, but yeah. But we can't use the front door anymore, they said.
What is it? Walk with virtue, outlander.
Let's go through the sewers. Who are you? Annis. Fortuna Vault, I might actually have a lead for you, believe it or not. I overheard a conversation between two Kimono Tong thugs in a pub. They were chatting about a woman, her name was Myrnalea, I think, who worked at the casino. I didn't hear exactly what she's supposedly done, but they've locked her up in the waterfront hideout. Maybe she'd let you in on some casino secrets if you helped her out. It's worth a try. Kimono Thong goons. Cowshad's thong. Be right back, one sec. The cat was being a little rambunctious in the other room. Trelaris? I don't know what Trelaris is. He doesn't like being kissed. I feel like with such a, I don't know, like, sprawling sewer system, like, it seems like a security issue for the city. You know, enemy scouts just come through, map the place, and like figure out how to get through the entire city undetected, and then, you know, synchronize an attack, and then they all attack.
If you insist.
There is someone watching me. I can tell.
Hello, Myrnalea. These three crooks are watching me. If I talk, they'll come down on me hard. Betraying the Tong is a mistake I won't make twice. So I need to kill them? I can do that.
What?
Tug his thong.
You have no manners.
Metal tongs. Tongs! Morrig tongs. Ingot.
Go on.
No, don't look at me.
You.
Look not. Don't forget this your side of the bargain. Get more than you bargained for. Uh-oh. Why do I think they were high level? Nope. 17? What level's this guy? 26. Oof.
Need I call the guards? No, you have no manners.
The easiest way to take out these guys.
Go on.
Do I like Lost? I've never seen it. What if we use... Oh, I dropped all my skooma. I think we can just use the skooma and rip through them. Throw a bunch of these different jink blades on my action bar so I can stun them all real quick. Ah. Yeah. This guy's a menace. Glass dagger sucks. Yeah. His glass sword is bigger than mine. Drink blade. We just get paralyzed? Dude. Stop resisting. What is his willpower? Okay, fine. Enough of this. Freaking paralysis isn't gonna work. Actual crowd control. Yeah. It feels cheap, but no, it's just that's tactics. It's a short blade. Okay, the Tong is dead. Will you tell me what I need to know? It's like, oh, you maniac! And she just freaks out. I need it and help me for free? Fine, I'll share what I know. When I was a casino bouncer, I often saw my boss, Verver Othrin, entering the vault beneath his office. He's the only one in the Fortuna holding the vault key. That's for certain. Like, who needs a key? But outside the Fortuna, there's only one person he trusts with access. Venus Talaron. He's in charge of our cell in the Northeastern Council quarter sewers. Getting through his defenses is impossible if you ask me, but you can always try. Okay, that might have been pointless. Was she upset that I was stealing from the Tong? It was okay for me to kill them, but it wasn't okay for me to steal from them?
Do not disturb me.
Yeah, okay. Ruddy eggs. Ruddy eggs. Whoops. It's through here? Oh, it's just the north side. Okay.
No, you have no manners.
What does the crime report look like? Yup, that Khajiit stole our illegal money. Probably doesn't need to be a crime report. I assume the Kimono Tong doesn't report anything. They handle business themselves.
No, you have no manners. You disgust.
The Fortuna sounds like the name of a boat, not a casino. Did you guys do your Wordle? I did not. Oh, I thought he shot an arrow at me. I thought this was an arrow flying at me. When it just like went up over my head. This area isn't open to the public. You should leave.
You have no manners.
I'm surprised they didn't just try killing me.
What's this about?
It's a song by Carl Orff. That's O Fortuna.
Our doors are always open.
How do I gamble?
Good luck.
What kind of gamble can I do? Can I play Balatro and Morrowind?
I'm listening.
Oh, it's these weirdos.
Yes, friend.
What's
yes,
this
friend.
regarding? What's this about?
It's just 9 holes.
Okay, I'm listening.
What's
I find
this,
you
then?
foul and disgusting. Leave now.
You disgust me. Please leave.
There's the dice game too. Is that it? Well, the dice game is that's just blackjack, but with dice. Aha, they've placed her in an inopportune spot, so she can't see me when I pick locks. Oh, but she can. There we go. Aha.
What? Is
there another way of getting into the vault? There's like a back entrance or
I
something.
don't waste my time on the likes of you.
Please leave. No, you have no manners.
Mm.
Need I call the guards?
No, stop looking at me. I think this might be doable. Oh. Oh, we have an Akasha's Lock Splitter scroll, actually. Because our sneak is 55. Find a disguise in storage? Nah. Oh, there's people down here. Oh.
Do not disturb me.
Oh, what if... I wonder if... Hold on. Ah, it's not going to work. I was thinking, like, if I could, like, try to hide, sort of, and do telekinesis. Nothing happened. Oh, the poison's gonna kill me. Antidote. Ooh. I almost died. Is there someone in the vault? No, no one can get in there. What are you talking about? I'm gonna flex on them. I'm gonna eat their gold. Have any Tonto? 8 to 18. What's the glass Wakizashi? 9 to 30. But it's so... The durability on it's so terrible. Adamantium ore. Where is it? Home. Okay, how am I going to transport all this stuff out of here? I need, what did he say, 15 gold bars? Yeah. Oh, Hlalu Fun Bucks. Glass weaponry is garbage. Yeah. Even the armor. It's just very flimsy. I mean, I guess it makes sense. It's glass. It's strong, but it's brittle. An ebony halberd. Of all the different weapon types Tamara Rebuild adds. Not different weapon type, but like the new like additions to weapon types that already exist. Recall or booze. Yeah. Probably just have to recall. Can't believe I ate the whole thing. This'll help. It didn't help. I don't have enough booze. See that picture of the possum in the box of donuts? And let me just pull it up. Hold on. Well, it's not donuts. They're like, whatever. So do what you must. I've already won. That's how I feel. I think that's a possum. That's like it's an Australian possum. So it's very different from an American possum. I do have gold. Ooh, wow. 53 ingots have been removed from my inventory. What, you took all of them? Oh, but he probably pays you... Okay. Probably pays you based on how many ingots you have. Looks like enough. Yeah, a little bit. It's like 5 times as much as you wanted. 4.5. Well, what do you know? You've actually done it. Haven't seen this much gold in one place in, well, a while. This money will greatly aid in the guild's efforts in Morrowind, and Orvis Dren will have to divert funds from his Vardenfell investments to keep his Narcissus goons paid. But we might have just enough time before that happens for the last heists I've got planned. What do you say, ringleader? Always ready for more jobs? Oh, and of course, here's your cut. You've earned it. Now they can't pay their goons. Yeah. They can't goon anymore. A whole world of possibilities has opened up for us. We'd be ashamed to call ourselves thieves if we let them slip by. But this is the moment we've been waiting for, and we're prepared. The stars of Torpor are as good as ours. I think glass is supposed to be ceremonial equipment, only for parades and theater. Well, I don't know. There are a lot of NPCs at the Ghost Gate that have glass. The vaults of Riverkeep hold numerous treasures, including a set of powerful throwing stars. Rumors say that they steal the life force of their victims. Sounds like a fun toy to have, don't you think? Now, this isn't going to be easy. The entrance to the vault is located in the servants' quarters, but the vault is off limits to commoners and is protected by the Knights of the Order of Narcissus. If you get caught, they won't bother asking questions, so don't get caught. Not much else to say. If I get caught, I'll just kill him. Gooners, away!
Why is my friend here?
Oh, here he is.
I'm all yours. Please, go ahead.
We'll leave these gems here. Clear up some weight in our inventory. I'm gonna Donald Duck it. You don't need pants. We don't need pants where we're going.
What can
I'm not used to Morrowind NPCs being friendly. Yeah, it's not. Usually guild members are friendly. Regardless of your personality. But we didn't drink from the bitter cup, so our personality is not absolutely awful. It's just mediocre. There we go. We've emerged. We gotta go to Riverkeep, which is south of Narcissus. Cranking personality to 100 makes this for a strange experience. Yeah, what run was it we did where I focused a lot on personality? I can't remember what it was, but we played as an Imperial, took the lady sign, so we started with 75. It was very strange. See you, Radifix. The one with the scrolls? No, I didn't really pump personality with that one. It wasn't. It wasn't a video. It was something we were doing on Twitch. Maybe it was. Was it Cicada Osseous? That we didn't really do much with. Can't remember what. I think that was the Narcissus. Like when we were just exploring Narcissus. I really like that name.
I only have a few moments.
Hey guys, it's you.
You talk too much, Outlander.
Did I say Riverkeep? Yeah. It's in the servants' quarters. Okay, so it's probably in the main building then. Yep.
Nine good days to you, Sarah.
9 good days? What does that mean? It's the first time I've heard someone say that. For 9 blessings.
That was the strangest book I've ever read.
I do like how some of the Morrowind NPC dialogue just it's like the NPCs don't have an internal monologue, so they have to say everything they're thinking out loud. That was the strangest book I've ever read. Which I say that, but that's kind of what I'm doing now.
By the gods, you tourists are a nuisance.
Okay, so here's what we'll do. We'll stand behind this door. Or we'll stand behind this wall. Telekinesis, far-reaching, and then pick it. Yeah, got it. Who is Sarah, and why does everyone in Morrowind call me that? My name's not Sarah. It is now. Sorry. Invisibility. I suspect this is where we want to go. Did I just... Okay, I thought there was someone behind the door, and I just crushed them into the wall. Ah, bear traps. Good thing Shay's not here, else she'd walk right into it. Just sneaking sounds? Just background sounds. MGS sneaking theme intensifies. I'm thinking of the Ocarina of Time courtyard. Oh, yeah. How do we get by this lady? Maybe we could just sneak. With the shadow. Oh, she looked away. Cool. Ah! Alright. No, stop playing that.
Die, scoundrel!
Hold on, I think we can actually do this. I shouldn't have used the invisibility potion. Maybe I needed to. Maybe that was important too. Do I have anything that boosts my sneak? Restore. What if I luck? Sanctuary. Silence. Night Eye. Fortify our agility and... Oh, our mercantile, so we could talk our way out of it. That door is probably locked, though. Damn it.
You in. Surrender now and I might let you live.
Ah, it's locked. Okay, I have an idea. How far? How close can we get? Okay. Here. Will they get mad at me if I pick the lock in front of them like this? Yes.
This is pointless. Give in.
But they didn't see me the first 2 times. So if I'm careful... Do I have anything of any chameleon potions, or... I have a chameleon... I do have chameleon potions. And telekinesis potions. Will this stack? It does. Ah. Sneaky. Shit. I'm back. What did I miss? We just sneaked between 2 NPCs and they didn't see us. Thanks to our chameleon potions. Alright, why are we here? Goma. I presume you'll Civvy out. Recall. An ebony wakizashi. And an ebony fork. Yes, I would like to use the blood of a dead god to eat my food. Oh man. Oh well. An ebony knife. That's not a knife. Gold armor. I don't care about the ingots. Ooh, resist magicka, spell absorption, and fortify fatigue. 100 points on a shield. That's actually pretty good. The fortify fatigue effect? Because that basically gives us... It's like 3/2. That like increases our chances of doing stuff by like 50% if we have max fortified fatigue. I saw Prey from 2017 is on sale. Been thinking about getting it for a while. Anyone played it? I played it a bit. I never finished it. Not because it like I lost interest or anything. I just... Maybe that is what it was. I just lost interest. Not because it was a bad game, but just because I wanted to do other things. It's made by the people who made Dishonored, right? If you like Dishonored, you like Prey. At least I think so. Oop. Cauldrons. $39, $78. Hot hike. Money. Man, it must be so easy to be a thief in a world with invisibility spells and telekinesis. Oh, and they don't count as enemies, so I can wait and recharge my stuff. Where are the things I'm looking for? Oh, they're right here. The Stars of Torpor. Absorb health, 100. Untouch. Accidentally prick your finger on it. I'm absorbing my own health. Alright, we got what we need.
You choose to share your time with me? You humble me.
Oh. Oh, I could have stolen from him.
This is the
Nope, no, I couldn't have.
Ah, you bring good fortune with you.
I'll give you a decent price for them, 1,000 gold for each. Here, take them all. Appreciated. Here's your cut. Was there anything else that bears mentioning in the vault? Ah, you can just tell me later. Right now, we've got jobs to do. Well, I guess a job, singular. It's going to be the last one, but it's a big one. Trust me. We're going to rob the measure hall. As the seat of power of House Hlalu, it's packed to the brim with riches, naturally. But I don't care about gold, gemstones, or ebony right now. I want you to bring me the ring of the second family. The massive emerald ring that Grandmaster Atheres Hlalu wears during official events. You know where the measure hall is, right? It's the most grandiose building in the council quarter. You can't miss it. You'll find the ring locked in the deepest vault in the building. Probably. I've never been there myself, obviously. But we're working with a lead from a trusted source. The entrance to the vaults is in the treasury room, in the public part of the building. But if you aren't a Hlalu bigwig, you ain't getting into the vaults easily. I trust you to figure it out. Good luck, you'll need it. Neat. Alright, let's level up.
Greetings.
Who the hell are you?
It would be a pleasure to do business with you.
I am never too busy for a good talk.
Last drop, we're gonna steal we're gonna steal the Declaration of Independence. No, not light armor. I wanted to sneak.
You choose to share your time with me. You humble me.
They like me. Damn it. Keep misclicking. So I am seeing what you mean. I think it was you who was saying this, Trav, that the story elements of the Balfoyan stuff, you weren't gonna carry that kind of storytelling forward to the newer content. You were gonna make it more like a base game. But I still feel like this is better than the base game stuff. Even though it's not as...
You humble me.
So the Balfoyan stuff was very story-based. It was like, here's a specific thing we got to do. This stuff is just like, we're going to steal stuff. But it's building up in stakes each time. So it still feels engaging. As opposed to like Sugar Lips Habasi's quest. Just like, go get a diamond. Go get some stuff from this guy who stole stuff from us. You know, go free a guy from jail. Like this, it feels like there's no linking theme between those two quests, or between the base game's quests, but these are still not as narrative focused, but there's still like a tying... There's still a thread tying between the quests. So it still feels good. I'm gonna get our sneak to as high as it can go. No, not speechcraft. Oblivion Remastered Thieves Guild Run, naming your character Nicolas Cage. Well, if he's an Imperial, it has to be like Nicolas Cageless.
What do you want of me, Outlander?
I have special prices just for you, Outlander.
Never seen sneak level naturally, only ever raised through training.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it doesn't really... The problem with sneak in Morrowind is that it only levels up if you successfully sneak close enough to an NPC, but if your sneak level is really low, you're never going to successfully sneak. So it's not going to level up naturally unless you have, you know, your sneak in the probably 50s at least. Unless you're sneaking around Pemmiting. She can't see. So. I'm trying to get 80 acrobatics. Alright. Now we can level up to the next rank. I believe. We are now a mastermind. The next rank is Master Thief.
We share the same company. What can I do?
But that doesn't matter.
Me. You flatter me with your attention, Outlander.
Alright, so we're going to the measure hall. What do you think Nick Cage would actually play as? Like, if you were playing Morrowind, what would his build be? He'd be an Argonian. I feel like he'd play an Argonian. When the former master Arnie the Scrib is going to show up. Wealth Beyond Measure add-on, probably. I don't even know who that is. That sounds familiar, though. Arnie the Scrib. Is he a scrib? Is he a little scribbly? You're going to want a lot of capacity for this job. I mean, there's probably going to be a lot of loot, but eh. It's not about the loot, it's about sending a message. And getting that one piece of loot that the guy wants us to get, the ring. It's a 500-pound ring. Jim Stacy's former boss from the Balfoyan Massacre, if I'm not mistaken. Oh.
Do you want something? What, Outlander? Why do you disturb me?
Okay, so ring is stored in the lowest is in the vault in the lowest level of the building. Treasury room in the public part of the building. Ooh, excuse me.
Not again.
Where, oh where? Petitioner's Hall. Court offices. Court room. Grand Council, lower hall. Going down towards the lower hall, I'm guessing. So, oh no, it's... I was about to say, why is the lower hall upstairs? It's not, it's downstairs. Greetings, fellow Khajiit. The archives, accommodations. The bank.
No,
The
I
upper
don't
vaults.
have patience for questions, Outlander.
Okay. Door is trapped.
What, Outlander? Why do you disturb me?
That's chump loot. We don't need that. Their vaults are like ogres.
I don't have a lot of patience for questions, Outlander.
Whoops. I took off the shield that was fortifying our fatigue.
Well, if it bothers you so much, just don't look at it, all right?
Need to make sure they might be able to see us. Nice.
Leaving already?
Did you see a Khajiit go through into the vault? No. He's in a different cell. We don't exist anymore. He left the cell. We're gone. See, because we also have that fortify effect from that shield. Our sneak is even better. Do wish the chameleon ring lasted a little bit longer, though. I think if you take the shield off, then wait, and then put the shield back on, it'll go back up to... Yeah. Easy. Guys, shush. These guys remind me of those Mastodon NPCs from Dark Souls 2. That guy's big. What the hell is he? Is that an orc? Well, I want to put a hard set. I want to investigate. No entry. Only big boss at the rest goes in. He big like Bargraz. He's just a large model. A Malak orc? Wow. They big. See, we're successfully sneaking right here, which is why we're getting XP. Because they can't see us. It's kind of fun having high sneak. Question is, will he see us if we sneak by? Nope. Nice. Stupid orc. Ah, I'm trapped. I'm surprised I don't have somebody in the vault. Trespassing isn't the crime. Lockpicking is the crime. Yeah, but they didn't see me. So they don't even know I trespassed. Oops. I hope that doesn't kill me. Oh, wait, I got Banana's antidote. I thought it was fire. Ah! Me here fighting in vault. Must be wind. Onyx. Ooh, we can make an amulet of fury. The Wargreaves of Passaroth. Fortify endurance, restore fatigue, and burden. 30 points. If you're going to use an Ebony Wakizashi, why not the Dragon Blade? I don't know. Because the Ebony Wakizashi is cool. The Dragon Blade isn't. Oh. I think my headphones are dying. They just yelled at me. Fortify personality, luck, and security. A ghost. A ghosts. Those are big ghosts. Yeah, I probably should use the better one. The gem in front of the Greaves. It was the ring we have to steal. That was the Declaration of Independence. Is it a ghost of a skeleton or a skeletal ghost? That's just what dead Dunmer look like. Oh, you can disarm them before you pick them. How did I never... I've never tried doing that before. Fragments of the Satanine. Ah, the boat. In memory of Hlalub River, may Velith guide his path. The Hlalub are pissed off so much now. They're always pissed off. It's like the default state of Dunmer. If you're an Outlander, the only Dunmer you're going to run into are pissed off ones because they don't like you. And the great thing about Outlander is that anyone can be an Outlander. Outlander is when I don't like you. So even if you're an Inlander, they'll just consider you an Outlander. It's very convenient. I love the black and yellow on the. It's just so. Ooh. It looks delicious. I think that's what we came here for. Wonder why they decided to put burden on it instead of just making them heavier. I guess would a resist magic effect? Oh yeah, resist magic does reduce the burden effect. Interesting. You think a solid bar would be worth more than 1,000 gold? Yeah, you think that. Well, maybe it's not solid gold. Maybe it's like... Maybe it's 1,000 coins that were melted down, so there's like... It's like an alloy. You don't need the ingots. Although... Because I don't need them doesn't mean we can't take them. Better that we have them and they not. Ooh, what is this? Oh. Wait. How do I... Need them both in my line of sight. Grab you. Grab you. Grab you. And we're out.
We share the same company. What can I do for you?
It's like, how do you even... Like, who do you sell it to? Every time I see golden bars, I pick the low-hanging fruit and think of dead money. I haven't... What, the Fallout New Vegas DLC? I haven't done all the DLCs yet. I really should. Just in my own time. The fancy shop guy by the casino? Maybe. Yes, I have the ring. Here it is. I'll be damned, Mastermind. You've made history. There's no other thief who's gotten this deep into the heart of Narcissus and lived to tell the tale. Didn't even fight anyone. To be honest with you, I don't really care much about the ring. No, this was more about sending the message. The Hlalu have grown too confident, too complacent, thinking nothing and no one can break their hold over Narcissus. Well, now they'll see they are far from invincible. But I can see them. The best part is they can't even let this be known to the public. Can you imagine the shame they would face if people learned that someone had stolen Atheres' ring from the damned measure hall? They'd never hear the end of it. So we should be in the clear. We'll just have to lay low for a while. As a token of my appreciation, I'll let you keep the ring if you want. If not, I can give you a tidy sum for it. How's 10,000 septims sound? No, I'll keep the ring. Use it well. If you'll need any supplies or training, we'll stay here for a while we plan our next move. I've heard Thorn is just lovely this time of year. Where's Thorn? And if you've got any bounty on your head, let me take care of it. I can pull some strings and make it go away. We don't got a bounty because we didn't get caught. Where's the option for price on your head? Thorn is Dreslands? Figured that. Nothing... All the places in Dreslands sound unpleasant.
Welcome, Outlander.
Thorn, Tear, Shitsville.
Good friend. I'm very happy to make your acquaintance.
Now let's go to Vivek. Let's go pay Jim Stacy a visit. I always read it as tear, like they're crying. Yeah, I don't know if it's tear or tear. I think I swapped between the two. Yeah, I'm going to be honest. I'm more proud of the fact that we did all these quests without divine or Civic intervention. I think that's more of a flex.
I will listen, Outlander, but make it quick.
Where's the oh, they're down there.
Spit it out or hit the road.
It's a good build up too. Yeah, the whole that Narcissus Thieves Guild quest, that was fun. That was fun. I enjoyed that. Because it was like you kept stealing from vaults, and the vaults got harder and harder to steal from, so then you had to train your sneak to be able to sneak through the place. I guess you could just, murder your way through if you really wanted to. But it's not the thief way. A thief should never kill anyone. I've never killed anyone. Where's the... Oh, they upstairs, the teleporties? Yeah. Faction members only? What?
Let's hear it.
Oh, okay. Oh, really? Stupid.
What's this then?
Go ahead. I'm waiting.
So is the good old Amulet of Shadows backup plan? Yeah. Well, we were using the ring. Where is it? We're using this Ring of Shadow form, 6 to 15% for 5 seconds. Wasn't that great? I bet you never ever made a single mistake in your entire life. Never. Every mistake I make, everything that looks like a mistake is intentional. It was all on purpose. Every single time.
Excuse me, did you say something?
No, I don't think so.
This gets clipped. It's like, Your Honor, as you could see. Every mistake is simply engagement bait, even if it isn't in a video. Yeah. I'm not stupid. It was engagement.
How are you today?
So what do you want?
Sadrathim. Sounds like an angel.
My time is precious, so
I
make
suppose
it
you're
quick.
looking for a tavern. I'm sure I can't help you.
How do I... Like, how do I take a boat up? Why isn't there a boat from Othmora to, like... Oh, maybe there was one to Hlanowick, and I just didn't see it. Ah, there it is. Marbani. Oh, Khajiit, the boat. Oh yeah, the boat people in Morrowind aren't only Dunmer. It's the Siltstrider captains that are always Dunmer. There's the Nord in Dagonfell. The Nord boat lady. Because you need a spaceship to boat up.
I will listen, Outlander, but make it
Ooh,
quick.
this guy's eyes. Well, there's a ship right here. And it's full of space. It's like empty. Spaceship.
You like to walk a fine line, don't you?
Are there any places in the real world where the original place is called Old Whatever and the new place is just called Whatever? Instead of the new place being called New Whatever and the old place still being called Whatever? Because it's weird that Old Ebonheart... It should be Ebonheart and New Ebonheart, not Ebonheart and Old Ebonheart, right?
Okay, I'm listening.
That's what I would think.
Go ahead.
Old York. They like the new place better? Yeah, but why not call it New Ebonheart? Especially since they're so close to each other. Maybe if the old place was destroyed and resettled. I don't know, maybe. But imagine, so you have Ebonheart, then you have New Ebonheart, and then once Ebonheart gets destroyed, New Ebonheart's like, oh, cool, we're the only Ebonheart. We're going to change our name immediately. It's a dick move. It's like the Screen Actors Guild. They can't have... two actors can't have the same name. It's like when one dies, it's like, oh, cool. Now I can take my name back. And old Ebonheart can be rebuilt and can be newer Ebonheart. Neo, new Ebonheart.
Yes, friend.
Neo, old Ebonheart.
My time is precious, so make it quick.
I walked all the way to the top of the canton just so I can go back to the bottom. Yeah, That's more confusing. Go around. Absolutely making a neo-old city. If I ever get back to writing. Yeah, but the city should be called Nova. So it's a neo-old Nova. What? These people don't know what they're doing. Retroactive futurism is a really existing thing. Do you have an example? Neo Old New Lost York. What if he says anything about she follows my instructions and is responsible for the special job to reestablish the Guild in Balfoyn is established and our vendetta against the local Kimono Tong is over. Ah, so he does say something about it. Cool.
It is a pleasure, Outlander. Do you require my services?
New Orc City, no Elf Kings allowed. The Orc Man looked over the Orc City and he shed an orc tear. Do the jobs I have for you, I will grant you the rank of Master Thief. Okay, so we can't become a Master Thief until we do his jobs. But we don't have to be a Master Thief because, he's actually dead. I'm Master Thief now. And it is now canon, because I saved. Did they kick you out of the guild for that? Yes.